When one thinks of beekeeping, honey comes to mind. However, there are several other beneficial products that we can get from beekeeping.
You see, the bees have 6 products. 6. They are all health benefiting. People only know about honey. But see, propolis is the best health product from the bee. It's a natural antibiotic. But honey contains all the nutrients. Even there is protein in honey. So that is why our forefathers, they give honey to children to boost their organ development. All the organs in the body, including the brain. And that is why they claim that if you give honey to your child, he becomes bright.
Emmanuel Okran, a farmer in Kintampo, tells me beekeeping also has a very lucrative side to it.
It has improved our economical level, like getting money, finances for my fish and others. There is no way a morning a child would like to go to school. I would like to buy something small for the child that I cannot donate. And looking at things, the honey aspect alone is not the issue. Even the wax, the demand for the wax is even higher than the honey. But how many wax can we produce? Because we don't have enough quantity now to meet the standard of the producers. Those printing wax and other things, they need it in tonnage, huge. So it's a very, very lucrative business to me. I see if I were to realize it earlier, I could have even, I can't say I couldn't. The farming aspect, this one is far better.
So really, it has really changed our lives, or my life, let me be specific. Because in the past 3 years, it's not easy. Sometimes you have to rely on parents, brothers for your daily needs. But as we keep on working, keep on harvesting, selling honey and beeswax, it has generated a lot of money into our pockets or into my pockets. And for that, I don't really rely on anybody for my financial needs anymore. So I can say it has really impacted positively in my life.
Some farmers in the Bono East region have employed beekeeping to improve their yields and serve as an alternative source of income. This was after they received training from Bees for Development Ghana, an NGO dedicated to empowering people with skills in beekeeping.
We are trying to add the non-traditional agriculture to the traditional one. The traditional one is where we cultivate the maize, the cassava, the yam, and those things. But you realize that it is seasonal in nature. We'll be there after the main harvest. Then you have a period about between some 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even at times 7, depending on the location. The farmers have very little to do, and they're virtually relaxed in their homes. Meanwhile, they are spending money while they are sitting down. So the non-traditional aspect of agriculture is to engage the farmers mostly during the off-season, so that they have something to do. And this Bees for Development is one of them.
According to the FAO, about 52% of Ghana's workforce are engaged in agriculture. Although agriculture is a major driver for poverty reduction, several parts of Ghana's rural areas have people struggling to make ends meet.
We have impacted a lot of farmers, cashew farmers, and our objective is that every cashew farmer must have bees on his or her farm, because the yield will shoot up to somewhere 200%. And then you harvest honey, you harvest wax, and you sell, so your income is higher.
According to the World Bank, Ghana is faced with a 12% youth unemployment and more than 50% underemployment. Both of these figures are higher than the overall unemployment rates in sub-Saharan Africa. Director of Bees for Development Ghana says that beekeeping could help reduce this.
You see, beekeeping is very lucrative because the input that you put into it is very little. Unlike other agricultural productions where, for example, compare it to poultry, where you have to buy day-old chicks, you have to buy feed, you have to buy medical supplies for your chicks. Beekeeping is just to get a beehive for the wild bees. The swarms come, you don't buy them, you don't provide food for them, if there is water around, the bees pick it for themselves. They take care of themselves. And at the end of the season, you just go and harvest. And I bet you, if you build a hive, the first harvest pays for the hive. And that is it. So your input is low. So you continuously use that hive for 10 years, 20 years, and making a lot of money.
So if the government should come in, it will also reduce unemployment on part of the youth. You can be in school with this knowledge seasonally. It doesn't spoil you from anything. During the vacation or during the lean season, you go to harvest, you get your money, you go back to your classes, lectures, and other things. So it's very, very lucrative. The government should consider that aspect. It can easily reduce the unemployment issue in this country drastically.